Hello boys and girls of YouTube. Today I've got my Smith & Wesson Model 66 357 4-inch barrel. Years ago when I was in law enforcement, this was my service revolver. It served me very well for almost 10 years. When I first got it, I put about 500 rounds through it, and the trigger was still atrocious. It was like pulling a freight train. I don't know the poundage, but it was pretty bad, and it was gritty feeling. I was at a gun show one day, and so happened there was a Smith & Wesson gunsmith there, and he did trigger jobs. And I told him what I had, and he had asked me if I was in law enforcement, and I said yes. And he says, well, I can only polish the trigger mechanism and stuff like that. I can't do a trigger job on it because of legal reasons. If you were to shoot somebody and they asked you if you had a trigger job done on the gun, they would say, well, you know, had a hair trigger and all that bullshit. Anyway, the trigger on it right now is real smooth. But what I was going to show you is an exercise that I used to do to improve my accuracy, and it's called indexing the trigger on the gun, and that's what the empty casing's here for. And I'll show you that it is not loaded. Okay, what you do is you take the empty casing and you place it on top of the, that was great, place it on top of the rail here, and you index. Let me show you without it. Hold on. You index the cylinder. That wasn't it. That's indexing the cylinder. Takes me a while to get it. It's been a long time since I've done this. But what you're doing is you're cycling the cylinder without having the hammer fall. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to probably do this very, very long because I don't want to make a long video. And I know I'll probably pull the trigger a few times, but you'll get the gist of it and you understand what I'm telling you. But I would sit down and for an hour or so, just sit there. See? Dadgummit. Yeah, I'll sit there. Oh, what am I? Putts? Jiminy crickets. Okay, let's try this one more time. And cycle the cylinder. Boy, it's been a long time. I'm not going to cut this video. I'm going to let y'all see that I am not as good as I used to be. Of course, you do want to have the pad of your finger on the trigger. But anyway, that's a telltale. I'm glad I'm doing that, to tell you the truth. That's a telltale sign of when you know how much the gun can move when you pull the trigger with a jerk. Okay, if you index the trigger, it still falls. Anyway, you get the gist of it. You're indexing the trigger. You got your aim. You're able to have your sight picture still, and then you pull the trigger. Okay. Again, index the trigger. Ready to fire. Your last second. Just pull the trigger. If you're sitting there, just as you can see, it's jumping. Yes, I know that when the shit hits the fan, you're not worried about this, but this is just good practice, if I could ever do it right, to be able to index that trigger to the breaking point, and for whenever you're trying to qualify. Okay, I guess I should have said that at the beginning, but duh, no, I'm a dummy. So there you go. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this short. I used to be able to do this for hours on end. Jeez. Alright, here we go. What a putz. Okay. There you go. See? There you go. Alright. Now, I'm finally getting where I can finally. You need to put it up here. Doesn't matter. That's a little better. I don't have to go any further. You get the idea. It's good exercise. You get it down pat. You can sit there for hours until your hand gets tired doing that, and it really gets you your memory, your muscle memory, to the point where you can index that trigger real fast, and the follow-up shots are right there. It really helped me out when I was qualifying for the sheriff's office. It brought my score high. I mean, I wasn't never perfect, but I was in the top 5 percentile most of the time I was there. It really helped me out a lot. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a great day. Take care. Later.